Welcome to part 5 of why some people never get sick. This will be the last episode of this series. And we'll be talking about selecting a good probiotic supplement. I must first point out that I do not represent any company, nor am I pushing or selling any probiotic supplements, but I'm just looking at things objectively. A significant number of research studies and trials have shown that there are different number of probiotic strains with significantly different actions, properties, and characteristics. Even strains of bacteria within the same species can differ from each other, and if manufactured by different methods, will not have similar properties and stability. As a result, choosing a good probiotic supplement is important because they are not all the same. In choosing a good probiotic, there's some features or criteria that one should look for, and firstly includes the ability to resist degradation by bile and gastric acids, stability in numbers and ability to preserve its viability, survival in situ. It must be able to survive in the human intestinal tract, capable of colonizing and implanting in the intestinal tract, high bacterial count, high number of strains, and perhaps localized strains. Bile and acid resistant. For the probiotics to get to the intestine, it must first survive the acid environment in the stomach and bile juices. Hence, the strains of probiotics must be acid and bile resistant. These days, there's microencapsulation technology whereby each bacterium is encapsulated to make it resistant to these acid juices. And there are also the spore form of probiotics, whereby gram-positive spore-forming probiotic strains may be a good alternative because the endospores that encapsulate the strains are highly resistant to stomach acid, resulting in the delivery of more viable probiotics to the spore intestine. Stability in numbers and viability. The term probiotics come from the Greek phrase for life. However, some bacteria may die during culture, processing, transportation, or being on the shelf. Manufacturers are using cold processing, freeze-drying, lyophilized technology to enhance bacterial viability. This ensures that the probiotics you're consuming are live and not dead bacteria. Survival in situ. The probiotic strains must be able to survive in the intestines. The temperature of the human body at the core is 37 degrees Celsius. Some earlier probiotics, you need to store it in the refrigerator, and hence one wonders how it would survive in the body where it's 37 degrees Celsius. But with freeze-drying technology, with it being lyophilized, there's no need for refrigeration of these probiotics. Colonizing and implanting. The bacteria must be able to cling on to the wall of your intestine and thus ward off pathogenic bacteria. Oral probiotics are rapidly transported to the intestine. They live in the intestine from 24 hours to 30 days, and normally they do not cross the intestinal epithelial barrier. There's no evidence to suggest that live bacteria are absorbed or metabolized by human epithelial cells. The bacteria may or may not reproduce themselves in the intestines and are passed out of the body with normal bowel movements. High bacterial count. Unfortunately, many probiotics available on the shelf are worthless because the bacteria are present in too little quantity to be beneficial. An independent test done in the States on 25 different probiotic products found that 8 of them contain less than 1% of the claimed bacteria. So you get a probiotic product with at least 1 billion live cells per 500 mg capsule. In short, the more you have, the more likely it will end up in the intestine. Varied strains. The more bacterial strains there are in a probiotic product, the better. Mother Nature has given us over 400 strains of good bacteria in the intestines. There must be a reason. It's because different strains of bacteria perform different functions. Some prevent cancer, some kill rotavirus that cause diarrhea, while some prevent ulceration and some synthesize nutrients. We all know fruits and vegetables are good, but we cannot be eating the same plant every day. Different greens offer different phytochemicals. Some are rich in antioxidants. Broccoli has anti-cancerous properties, and tomatoes contain lycopene, which is good for the skin. And also perhaps localized strain. List of some bacteria being used in probiotic products. I'll just briefly go through them all. Bifidobacterium bifidum protects against rotavirus diarrhea. Bifidobacterium breve, beneficial for treatment of inflammatory bowel disease. So it's good for diarrhea, activates the humoral immune system. Bifidobacterium infantis helps inhibit pathogenic bacteria such as E. coli, produces compounds with anti-proliferative activity, useful in prevention of solid tumors like breast cancer. Bifidobacterium lactis resists acid digestion, helps constipation. Bifidobacterium longum eliminates nitrates in the system, may also significantly inhibit development of colon, liver, and breast cancer. Lactobacillus acidophilus is very, very commonly used. First line of defense against invaders and opportunistic organisms like yeast. Helps keep heart healthy by lowering cholesterol levels, prevent pathogens from lining the intestinal wall. Lactobacillus brevis decreases intestinal permeability and has a positive effect on the immune system. Lactobacillus bulgaricus alleviates digestive problems, etc. Lactobacillus casei. Lactobacillus gesserii, I mean, you can go through and find them from the net. Lactobacillus paracasei, Lactobacillus plantarum. Lactobacillus rhamnosus helps alleviate lactose intolerance, viral and bacterial diarrhea, constipation, candida overgrowth, inhibits the growth of tumors. Lactobacillus salivarius has the unique ability to fight peptic ulcers by eradicating Helicobacter pylori bacteria. And lastly, Lactobacillus lactis and Streptococcus thermophilus. You can go through these videos, these slides slowly. But in conclusion, the balance of microbiological flora in the intestines is paramount for gastrointestinal and overall health. Dysbiosis can lead to gastrointestinal complications as well as inflammatory and degenerative diseases. Supplementation with good bacteria can do wonders for your health and is clinically proven. And lastly, the correct probiotics can put your gut back into shape so you can say goodbye to all the mysterious illnesses that cost a fortune in your search for an accurate diagnosis. Not only that, you will be able to enjoy eating again without worrying about gassiness, bloating, tummy discomforts, and unexpected bathroom visits. So I'm Dr. Victor Chen. Thank you for listening. See you again.